Hello, everybody. Welcome to Thursday Art Stream. Nice to see you all here again. The chat has been going off this afternoon. How are we going? Hi. Good to see you. Some of you were here so early. Hi, Hannah Rose. Sheena. Iris. Nice to see you guys. Hi, Mike. It's good to see you all. You ready to do some hot air balloon art? I want to put it up in the hall. I've been really thinking about it. Like, we've all been creating such amazing pieces of art. It would be awesome to go and put it up in the hall somewhere. Oh, hey, Crystal. Hey, Taj and Mum. Nice to see you guys. Hey, hi, Aria. What have you guys been doing? Any paper's fine. Don't have to have A4 paper. You can have any piece of paper. I'm sure you have some sort of paper in your house. You can't see any chatting. Yeah, there's definitely chatting happening. I see lots of chatting coming up. Hi. Well, we've got this. So you can see the picture, today's inspiration picture, just down here below me. That's kind of what I want to do in the hall. And so I was going to show you how to draw a balloon, which is going to be actually remarkably a lot like our light bulb, how I showed you last time a few weeks ago. Oh my gosh, what was that, 5 weeks ago? It was our first stream. So what have we done? We've done the light bulb. We did the Father's Day card. We did the tree. And last week we did the Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori art, which was amazing. Did you guys see that stuff on the starting screen? I had a little slideshow going of some of your art. So it was looking so cool. It was really, really beautiful. So we had those 4 things. Oh, I finished mine. Behind me you can see I'm starting to fill up my board. So there's my, I'll pull it down. So that's my finished piece from last week. That's it. And I even put like the lines on it and everything. So I always do that. I always show it into the camera when I can just put it here. So that's what it looks like from last week. Yeah. So I'm putting them slowly but surely. I'm putting them on my board. The only thing is, in the mess of life, which is lockdown, I can't find my light bulb. So hopefully I can get my light bulb up at some point. That would be cool, wouldn't it? Yeah. Oh, what colours? What? The funny thing, the great thing about art is you can use any single colour you like. So we're going to get started. It's going to be a quick stream today because I don't think we're going to have to do too much. I mean, there are not too many lessons in here, unless I will be doing a little bit of shading when it comes to the colouring in pencil. So if you missed our shading lesson on colouring in pencil a couple of weeks ago with our trees, then I will show you again how I do that today, which will be cool. And just that sketching, that's just holding your pencil. Practice, practice, practice. Hold that pencil well. Hey, Ryan. Nice to see you. Hey, Tyler. Nice to see you. Level 3. Yes, congratulations. Well done on us for making level 3. I don't know how long we're going to be in level 3, but as long as we are in lockdown and it is a school week, I will be here. And I will be continuing to do some more art. And then the other thing I was thinking of doing was, like, if I'm in the mood to pop on and do some painting and some art during the week that's not, emailed out to all the mums and dads, would you, let me get my keyboard out, I've got my fancy little keyboard here, would you want to see that? So I'm going to put in a poll because I've got this magical ability. I'm going to try this. Would you be keen to see a midweek stream? So that's like a stream happening, Ask My Community. So let's see how that works. I've never used the poll thing. So I've put a poll out there. Be interesting to see what they say. If I just want to finish painting. So I've got this I'm not going to show you again. There you go. The poll's up now. So I've got this sort of my paint by numbers, or if I'm doing something, I really need to make a logo for my YouTube channel. So I was going to maybe do a stream on just making the logo, so you guys don't have to like come in and do it with me, but you can just come and chat. So that would be quite cool, and just hang out, which is really cool. Nice to see you all. Right, so let's get started on our hot air balloon. So what I've done is I've just folded an A4 piece of paper in half. These are a couple of examples from the template I emailed your parents out. So if you have the balloon template, awesome. We need to add a little bit of detail to this before we start colouring. Do it, become an art blogger. I don't know about that. I think when we go back to school, I'll be so busy. You guys know me. You know how busy I am usually. Are you typing, Mrs. P? I am. I was. Hi, Fenella. Good to see you. Your art has been beautiful. You would have seen your art in the startup screen. I had your beautiful Te Wiki o Te Reo Māori art that was included in that. How do you vote on the poll? I think it's in the chat window. I'm not too sure, but people have been voting. Let's have a look. We've got a few people. 12 votes already and 100% yes. Oh dear. Very cool. So let's get started. So once you've got your pencils in your hand, I'm going to remember we are doing nice big sweeping movements with our hands on our page. So if you've already got your picture printed, just hold tight for a few minutes, okay? Just sit and twiddle your thumbs for a little bit. That's what I do. That's what we do in assembly when we're feeling a little bit fidgety. I tell my class to sit there twiddling their thumbs, and anyone that's been in my class will know to do this. And if you get really fidgety, then you can sit and start thinking of an animal that starts with every letter of the alphabet. I spent like 20 minutes sharpening my pencils. Frustration. I agree. Oh my gosh, I couldn't find my pencil sharpener, Crystal, and I went and I found 3 pencil sharpeners, and I don't know which one's going to work. Now, we all know the reason why our pencil leads are breaking, don't we? We remember, if our pencil leads are breaking, it means that we've been tapping with our pencil, we've been throwing our pencil, it breaks the lead on the inside. So, all right, we're going to start off by drawing a balloon. I'm going to show you how to draw a very basic balloon for those of you that don't have printers. It's going to start off much like our light bulb, very lightly. We're going to come in and we're going to just go sweep around in a circle. Now, you could get yourself something round from around the house and draw a circle first around it if you wanted to, and go from there. I'm just going to freehand it today, and we're going to come around. Notice I'm turning my page around. I'm turning it around. Now, for some of you, it would be really cool if you, so I've got this as an A4 page, yeah, and then we fold it in half, yes, and then if you fold it into quarters, I need some little balloons about that big as well. So don't be afraid to do small balloons. Remember, the bigger your page, the more you have to colour in, the more it takes to finish it. Yeah, we've always talked about that every week. If you make it really big, if you make it really detailed, it means it will take you longer, which is something people often, or children I should say, often forget. Turn my art canvas around, just my piece of paper, wiggle it down just like this. Those of you complaining, I don't have any A4 paper at home, use any paper, any piece of paper, get it from something. I'm sure there's something around the house that you can use. Right, so then I'm going to cut off my balloon down there, just much like our light bulb, cutting it off, and let's draw the basket. So the basket has a couple of hanging strings coming down, and then you can draw like a little basket sitting here, like a little box. Easy. That's it. That's it. Oh, 14 votes, 100% yes. I feel like that is the answer. If I do, well, I really want to do my little logo, and I don't quite know what I'm going to do for that yet. You know me, I like to mull things over and think about things. So, yeah. So let's get on to those of you that have finished drawing. Hopefully you finished drawing that. Just a round circle all the way around. Line, bring it down. You could even do a couple more lines if you wanted to. Oh dear, I've got the windows open today because it was really hot last week, but it means I'm probably going to sneeze, which is not good. So let me just make sure if I go to 2 up, and if I do need to sneeze, I can mute it, because that's the last thing you guys need in your lives right now, is to hear me sneezing. Oh, okay. Right. So you've got your balloons there. If you've drawn your own balloon or whether you've printed a balloon, I'm going to have both options here for you to do. So let's add a little bit of detail. If you have a look at the picture underneath me on the screen, what is one thing that you can see that every balloon has in it? Besides colour, it's got something that's adding shape to it. And remember we talked about this. I still got my... I do still have my... I don't know why I have a tennis ball on my desk or in my drawer. I don't know why, but it's been so helpful in these art lessons. So we talked about it last time when we did our light bulbs, that there was something about the shape. And so what we have is a rounded shape. And it adds depth, doesn't it? So you can see look at the way the light is hitting my my tennis ball. I've got light coming from the window here just behind me, and it's hitting hard on the tennis ball over here. But I've also got I've got a lamp here shining down over here. So my dark spots are actually here and here. But either way, it's added shape, and we want to be adding that. So what is one thing you see on those balloons? I see these lines coming down, and they're almost like curved little kind of rainbow lines coming down. And if you're working on your own piece, we're going to be starting at the very center of our own and then marking out sort of like 1, 2, 3 little lines down here. And it's coming from the one center space in the top. So, because I noticed that that's pretty much where they all come from. So imagine that you've got it coming around, and we're going to just do an extra line coming down to there. Okay, just an extra line coming down to there. And then we're going to do one more down to the middle, which is kind of there. Okay, so that's what we're going to do on that. Love it. Oh, hey, Bailey. Sorry, I just said Tyler. I didn't say Bailey. How could I? I've taught both of you. How's intermediate school going? I see you walking in your fancy during level 1. I saw you walking in your fancy intermediate uniform, looking all cool. And then we're going to do the same thing here, connecting it up just so I'm going a little bit over from this, imagining that there's a line coming from there all the way around and connect. Okay, so we're going to do that. And again, we're going to go and connect. So what you want to see, if I turn my balloon over, is you want to see 2 lines that are kind of curving and coming down. Now, if you're using the printed out version, it's going to be the same thing for you. So I want to see you draw it around. Ooh, follow that outside curve a little bit and bring it down. Draw it around, bring it down. So following that, so this is a bit of a squished balloon shape. So we want to make sure that we follow that curve. I'm turning my canvas around and doing it again. I'm going to follow it here. Notice I'm not holding my pencil all the way at the bottom. A little reminder for those of us that need it. Hold your pencil a little further away to get some nice movement. Now, let me turn that around and have a look, because I really like how I've curved it there, but I'm not too pleased with this one. So I'm just going to go back in and curve it around a little bit more. Woo, like that. And then I'm going to use my nifty eraser to rub out my mistakes. Always good. Yeah. What are you guys using today? I know of a couple of people using paint. Hey, Izzy and Flynn, nice to see you. I know of a few people using paint. I'm going to end that poll. We've had 14 votes 8 minutes ago. It's 100% yes. I'm going to have to do something in the midweek. So make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so that I'm not going to post that on the email. So if I go live, you'll just get a little notification that I'm live and you can come join me. Maybe you can come up with some ideas with me, like if I'm designing this logo. So I was like, oh, there you go. It's posted in the chat now. Would you be keen to see a midweek stream? 100% yes, 0% no. 14 votes. Thank you for voting. So I know there's people painting. What else are you guys using? Tell me. Are you using colouring in pencil? Are some of you going to be painting this? Are some of you going to be using watercolour? Maybe you're going to be gluing on little pieces of paper to create texture, which is very, very cool. A few people being a bit funny in the chat. So we want to make sure we're being... I'm glad you like intermediate, Bailey. I'm really glad. Oh, my goodness, you've grown up so much. I had a lovely delivery yesterday of cupcakes by one of the people that was in your class in Year 2, Bailey, as well. So amazing to see you guys so old. Right, we've done our lines. Now I'm going to go. Which one shall I use? I think I'll use the one I've drawn. But if you've used your one, that's okay. You can use whichever one you like. Um, yeah, I am super delayed. Yeah, I am. It's just the nature of streaming. Every streamer is very delayed. That's how it is. So yeah, so I'm going to use colouring in pencil today. That's what I've got available to me, and I'm going to show you once again that colouring and shading that we talk about quite a lot. I'm going to go with quite neutral tones today. Maybe yeah, I've been making a lot of things quite bright, so I think I'm going to go with like pinks and purples and blues. You know me and my blues. So I'll start with this colour here, and I'm just going to take my pencil. Oh, I can already feel this one's going to break on me. You can tell. Look at it. It looks like a breaker, doesn't it? Yeah, it looks like it's going to be one that's going to snap. But anyway, let's give it a go. I'm going to go already and start. Oh. Sometimes when you've got like, you see how the wood goes like down like this on this side, and then it comes up. I tend to push it to keep that bit of wood that's keeping it nice up to the sky. That way it just stops it from snapping a little bit. But Crystal, you and me both, sharpening pencils. Mrs. Pencil Sharpener Plinston. Right, we are. Right, I'm starting nice and hard along that line there. And I'm going to turn my canvas because that's the way my hand goes. My hand naturally curves out this way. So I'm going to keep that curve. I also don't like, I might, while I'm doing this, kind of fix the shape a little bit. You see how I fixed it there? Made it a bit more symmetrical, which is cool. I might rub out that middle line because it might affect my shading. And colouring that in. So I'm going to start with my outside lines here, pushing really hard. Now, if we were in my class and I was giving this lesson on the mat, what I would do is I'd get you to hold out your hand and I'd actually show you by pressing onto like this part of your hand. Don't push here, it's too sensitive. But like out here or even on a finger, show you by pushing how hard I mean it. It has to be quite hard. So yeah, it's very it's quite hard, firm that you need to press on it. So I just want you to know that you do have to push quite hard here. Yeah. Is anyone else using anything else that's cool? Smelly pens. Love it. Very, very cool. I can't wait to see what these look like. I'll put another slideshow in next week of whatever gets sent to me. So if you want to see your art on the startup screen, make sure that you send that through to me. Okay. Or if it's easier, put it on your Seesaw page. If you're in year 1, 2, 3, or 4, put it on your Seesaw page and your teacher will send it to me. You know, just ask, can you please send this to Mrs. Plinston? They can quickly flip it to me. It wouldn't take them very long. It's a nice, easy thing to do. And if you are in year 5 and 6, well, you've got your own Gmail account. So now I'm pushing quite light just to fill in the middle section. So pushing hard on the outside, bringing it back in. Hard, hard, hard. Light, light, light. Hard, hard, hard. Take it off, and light. One day when you guys are all driving, you'll know what I mean. You put your foot on the pedal and then you come to a stop. And then come to a stop, which is quite cool. My pencil just broke. Oh, I feel your pain. Hey, Belle, Evie, and Cole. Oh my goodness, it is such a pleasure to see your beautiful faces here today. I was actually thinking about you guys last night. I was thinking, oh, I wonder how they're going. I think I was looking at a document and I saw Evie's name and I went, oh, I wonder how those lovely children are going. Sending you guys big hugs. Big, big, big hugs over there. Can't wait to please send through your work. I bet it's fantastic. Yeah, very cool. Love it. Do you know, I can't believe it's been 5 weeks of streaming. Isn't that mad? Like 5 weeks of streaming. Does that mean we've been in lockdown for 6 weeks? No, we've been in lockdown for exactly just over 5 weeks. So that's quite a long time, isn't it? Yeah. All right, there's my first balloon segment. What do you think? Does it look rounded? Do you know what? I've noticed not only does my shading go around this way, but I forgot that my shading also comes this way. So I'm going to make it a bit darker on the top, up here, and bring it down a little bit lighter. And same here. This one's going to be quite dark. Do you know what I'm actually going to do? Oh, what are you going to do, Mrs. P? Oh, I'm going to be a bit fancy, guys. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a different colour purple. Where's my purples? Know what this one looks like. Swatch test. You know me and my swatching. Ew. This is quite a funny. What's this colour called? It's called Pale Rose. And the name in Spanish is Rosado Pálido. And the name in French is Rosé Pâle. You're welcome. Right, let's have a look. Oh, the rain has just started in our neck of the woods. Been a bit funny, the old weather. Oh, actually, what is this colour? Raspberry. That one might work. Swatch. Ooh. I don't know if that's kind of the colour I'm going for. I think it might work. Should I try it? Look at the chat, Mrs. P. Oh. Can you do different patterns? Absolutely. I'd love you to. You lost a tooth. What? Slow down. Okay. Slow down. Remember the rule with YouTube is you can play it back again. So it'll be here forever. The minute I hit stop stream, it just automatically publishes into my playlists. And all of this goes live. It's a magical thing. Yes, Aria. How may I help you? Right, so I like that raspberry colour next to the Rosado Pálido. So I'm going to use the raspberry colour. I'm going to add a little bit of dimension down here. Ooh, look at that. Do you see how different it is? It's going over the pale rose, so the colour comes out a little bit more muted. Ooh, I like that word, muted. Muted, Mrs. P. You're learning new language from me today. Oh. And coming in. I'm going to go just along the outside of this. Remember, you can go at your own pace. It's going to be a quick stream today because all we're really doing is colouring in. We're doing our own thing, really. We're having our artistic expression day. You are expressing yourselves artistically in a balloon. And, like I've said 100 times before, your art is a representation of you. It always is. It always is. All right. Let's get that in here. Oh, I don't mind a few of those little pencil scratchy marks in there. Love it. Okay. Yeah, I'm really liking that colour. I'm actually liking it a lot better than the pale rose colour. For me, it's just the light. It must be the lighting, but the pale rose colour looks a little bit grey. It's just not bright enough for me. Yes, love it. Orange. I've changed it up. I'm not going pale. Tricked you. I'm going oranges. Orange and pink. I've decided. I really like that combo. I've seen it before. And like peaches. Peaches, orange, and pink. Find all my stuff from in here. You can hear me rummaging. Look, it's my my box of mini tricks. This is the pencil colouring in pencils I found at home when I rummaged. I went on a big rummage. Let's go. Nice dark orange. Oh, darker than that. Ooh, what's this orange? This is light orange. This is mango. Beg your pardon. What's this one? Salmon. Watercolor, Sheena. Oh, beg your pardon. That's going to look fabulous. And what color can make it go? Oh, red orange. Yes. Look. Look at that. Isn't that a lovely fade? I'm going to start with red orange and outline. Let's go. Red orange. Doo-doo-doo. That's going to be this one here. Now, you're creating that depth coming from, it's not just going to be all of it coming to one side. So you're actually making like that sort of shape. And if you think of it like that sort of shape, you've got your shades coming in here. So the lines are going to be darkest. And then that's going to be dark, that's going to be dark, that's going to be really light. That's going to be dark, that's going to be dark, that's going to be really light. Mara Makoto. So you can kind of see how we're building shape and we're building that depth into our picture by adding that shading. Yeah, very, very cool. So just remember, so we got dark, dark, and then light in the middle. Dark, dark, light. So I'm going to be building it on this picture as well. Nice and dark. I'm going to be very dark down here. I might even add some darker reds. We'll come in with a black. Ooh, that sounds a bit fancy. And nice and dark. And yes, very cool. So what's happening in your world? Chat's a bit quiet today. I have to say, it's not as booming as it was last week. My goodness, last week I had chatterboxes in here. They could not stop talking. What's happening? Anything exciting for those of you that I don't get to see on an all the time basis? Like I see my own class almost every day, except for our Wellness Wednesdays. So it'd be cool to hear what you guys are all up to. Anyone been on some nice little trips in the neighbourhood lately? Changing to a different orange. Still pushing quite hard. Trying to change that colour here from the red. Add a bit more of that orangey colour. Same up here, pushing quite hard. If you are pushing really hard, hold your pencil down here, okay? Because what it does is it changes the angle that you're pushing and it puts less stress on the lead. Miss Crystal, this might be a good suggestion for you. If you're pushing hard from here, you're gonna snap that lead a lot easier than if you're pushing hard from here. Okay, so that's just another little tip and a trick. You can't blend. You don't have colouring in pencils. I tell you what, next time Mum and Dad go to the supermarket, ask them to pick you up colouring in pencils because I think they're only like a couple of dollars, and it will change your world. But I'm sure. I know it's really hard when you don't have the things that you need to do stuff like this at home. It's really hard. I get that. And I think that's a kind of a reason why I'm a bit of a hoarder and I hoard things. Yeah. I've got a few people saying they can't hear me. Can you hear me? Just making sure. I usually get the A-OK, or if something goes wrong, I usually get it from the next door room that, oh, we can't hear you. So I'm just going to stop and make sure you guys can actually hear me. I can turn my volume up if that's easier. Hello. I know. I'm just sitting and waiting. Sitting and waiting. The chat is quite delayed. Oh, but listen, some of them are short. Yeah, I get that. Oh, yeah. Cool. Yeah, you guys can hear me. Sweet as. Good. Perfect. I figured that. Otherwise there'd be like 100 messages saying, can't hear you. Can't hear you. Right, so I've gone orange. I've done my raspberry colour. I'm going to go back to my raspberry colour here. I'm actually going to start with my raspberry colour. Now, this is the side of my balloon, so I'm going to make sure that's nice and dark. And pull my chat window back up so I can see your gorgeous little typings. Oh, hi, Ruby. Ruby. And your sister's here. Hold on. Mila? Trying to remember. You can give me a little thumbs up if it is. I'm pretty sure it's Mila. I'm so sure it is, but I just can't. Oh, lockdown brain. I was saying to a friend of mine, tell me if you think that this sounds accurate. This sounds like it's the right thing. Lockdown, one day in lockdown feels like 1 hour, and it can also feel like a whole week at the same time. So like a day can go by like this, like in an hour, or a day can go so long it feels like it's been a week long day. Do you know what I mean? Oh, a galaxy one, Sheena, bad. I want to see that. Oh, good, you can hear me. So yeah, I was just like thinking about that a whole day. Yeah, it is Mila. Yes, I knew it. Aha. I was thinking like a whole day can just feel so different in lockdown, can't it? Man, the lighting. I need to get some better lighting set up here. Do you know why? Because like now I've lost my side lighting, so you've only got this one. How's that? Is that one working all right for you? You can see that okay? But yeah, it's just full on. It gets full on. Now, I've got darkness. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Coming around here. Adding some light. Oh, I'm so excited to see your balloons. And how cool are they going to look in the hall? Because where's my Rosado Palido? Thank you. Beg your pardon. Get that one back out. I know. But fancy. Mrs. P. Getting a bit fancy in here with your little voicing. My pronunciation. I need to sharpen. Yeah, so while I sharpen, I'm going to have a little look at what's going on. You can get colouring and pencils at Christmas. Oh, I feel like I over sharpened that one. I was paying more attention to there and less attention to here. Yes. So, yeah, I'm just going to go back over this one. I've forgotten what I was saying. That's what happens. I'm going to be older next week. Next time you see me on stream, I'm going to be a whole nother year older. Can you believe that? Who's had a lockdown birthday? I need some advice. But I get it. I'm level 3. I'm having a level 3 birthday next week on Monday. And for me, it's going to be much better because I'm ordering dinner from a restaurant. I'm not cooking. I am not cooking. Did you hear me? I'm not cooking. So, yeah. So who's had a lockdown birthday? What did you do? I saw, I've got some friends from Mairangi Bay that I saw had a birthday party for their daughter, and they had played pass the puzzle with the family. Now, they've got 4 kids, so they've got lots of kids that they can do that with, which is nice. So, yeah, what did you do? How did you do it? What was the best part about it? Tell me. Break it down. Give me some advice. Oh, this pencil sharpener is a little bit... See, this is why... Oh, look at that. Crystal. Look. Yeah. I'll sharpen. So you had a lockdown birthday? It's pretty cool. Lucky. I get to share this experience with you. I know one of my students in my class in room 4, Jade in room 4, he's got his birthday on Saturday. We're almost birthday buddies. Almost. And who else? Who else has got a birthday? 18 days till your birthday, Izzy? Fab. Oh my gosh, you're going to be like what? 25? I bet you are. You're just so grown up already. Honestly, you're growing up so fast. It's true. They do. They grow up fast. Ask mum and dad. I just remember when they were just a baby. And then sometimes you'll walk in and you'll see mum and dad probably more mum, really, let's be honest. More mum. Mum just on the phone looking at old baby videos. Oh, you're so cute. You had a lockdown birthday last year, Aria. Oh, you went to the beach. Nice. You had a level 4 birthday and you went to the beach. That's awesome. What a cool idea. Actually, I might do that. I love the beach. That pencil is my nightmare. So is. I hear you, sister. I hear you. From one artist to another. Oh, these pencils. But you know what? I really like Crayola. I've said that before. In America, Crayola is a really cheap brand. Like, it's the brand that you'd go to the supermarket and buy, or like you'd go to the dollar store, $2 shop and buy it. And here it's actually quite a premium brand. I don't know what that says about art supplies in New Zealand, but it's so much more expensive. Last time I went to America, we were in California. We did a trip through California. We started in Los Angeles. And we stayed across the road from Disneyland, and we spent a few days going to Disneyland, which was amazing. And then we spent a couple of days. We got this was when Mr. P was working at Sky TV, and he had a lot of contacts. He worked for Sky Sports, and he did all the Sky Sports sort of satellite bookings and things like that, and got the feeds to New Zealand and made sure that we could watch it. And he had a contact from a couple of people in LA. One was at ESPN, the sports network, and they gave us tickets to the Staples Center to go see a hockey game, an ice hockey game, which was amazing because we were there in winter. And then the other contact was someone at what was called PAC TV, PAC, which is like Pacific TV. And when we landed in LA, we just had our bags and we just moseyed on over to the PAC TV LA television studio just to kind of say, hi, how you going? Just to meet. He was like meeting a few people. We were on holiday, but it was nice that he got to kind of meet some of the Kiwis that he worked with that lived in LA. And when we were there, now, you will not know who I'm talking about, but if your mum and dad's watching, when we were there, they were filming a live interview. You know how like on the news, they go, coming from LA, they have this like picture of someone sitting in front of a green screen and they're in a studio and there's people filming them. So that's what this TV studio did. They'd film people from like celebrities that were doing interviews or anyone doing an interview or something for the news. It'll be like a live broadcast. So they needed the professionalism and the makeup artists and everything for that moment. So we were there. Now, I think her name was Shaka Khan. I'm pretty sure it was Shaka Khan. And she was the most fabulous person. So we watched her interview. It was amazing. She walked past me and she smelled amazing. And she was just fabulous. Like, this is literally international celebrity 101. She was a music artist of like the 90s and 80s. So that's what I'm saying. Mum and dad will know who she is, but you guys won't know. So Shaka Khan was there. And so she was having this interview of like her life and it was just fabulous. And she had full makeup artistry and it was just amazing. And she walked past us and was like, hello. I was like, oh. Yeah. So that was cool. So we went to PAC TV LA. Oh, so that's what we did. No, that was on the way to New York, I think. That wasn't that trip. That was a different trip. So anyway, yeah, so that was fun. And then actually the last time I was in LA, we did stay in by the Disneyland and we went to see the ice hockey game at ESPN, at the Staples Center. The Staples Center's like Vector Arena, but like huge, massive. And I get there and it's really cold and like, you know how you go to Vector Arena and you go to these things, you're like, Mom, can we buy this? Mom, can we have food? Mom, can we do that? And Mum's like, no, because it's so expensive in New Zealand. Like a coffee is like $8 or something stupid. And like a box of popcorn is like $15. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's like hemorrhaging money. So expensive. I always say no. I'm that mean mum that always says no. And so in my head, so we're watching this ice hockey and everyone's buying food. Like everyone, I'm looking around going, oh my God, these people must spend a fortune on food. Like, oh my goodness. And they and I got really cold because it's ice hockey and they make it really, really cold. And I decided to go and see, well, I'm on holiday. I'm going to splurge. So I'm going to go and see how much like a hot chocolate is. So I walk out to the main foyer. So it's like going out of the seated area of the arena and out to the main foyer. There's a couple of attendants standing up there having a bit of a chat. And I go, excuse me, in my New Zealand accent. And I go, do you know where I can buy some hot chocolate? And they go, what? I go, do you know where I could buy hot chocolate? Like I'm looking around. I couldn't see a food vendor anywhere. For some reason I was just like completely blinded. I think there was just a lot going on. And they're like, I'm sorry, I don't know what the hot chocolate. Like, what is hot chocolate? And remember, they don't call it chocolate in America. They call it candy. And they don't call it hot chocolate in America. They call it hot cocoa. And if you've been in my class before, you know that that's one thing I can do is accents. So thus began the trip of me putting on my best American accent just so people would understand what I'm saying. I'm looking for some hot cocoa, I said nicely, not at all annoyed. Oh, hot cocoa. Yeah, it's just over there. If you just follow that line around the corner, yeah, you'll find the vendor is right over there. It's like a canteen. You can't miss it. That's what I got back from her. She was about the look that they gave me, like, what? Anyway, so that's my cool story of that. Anyway, so we're traveling around America. We traveled to America a few times for Mr. P to play his card game. He represented New Zealand a couple of times with that. anyone that knows Magic the Gathering will know that they have big international tournaments. I don't know if they have them anymore, but they used to have them. They were quite a big deal, and Mr. P would win them. There's my balloon. Very cool, isn't it? Oh, look at that. Look at the time. We're making good time. And yeah, so so I decided to go. We traveled through California and we went up to San Diego. I digressed greatly in the story, didn't I? And we got up to San Francisco. That was where the main tournament was happening. Now, as a good, dutiful wife that I am, that sits there while my husband participates in a Grand Prix or in a World Championship competition, I have to sit there for 4 days, or I get to travel around the city for 4 days. And I just get to do, go and have a look at things. But I was quite young when we were doing this. I was like in my early 20s, and I'm not somebody that travels a lot by myself. Like, I like to travel with other people, and I get a little bit of anxiety from traveling by myself, which I think if anyone has to do anything by themselves, they'd be the same. And so, I'm going to choose brown for my basket. Same with my basket, it's round. It is a round basket, so it's going to be round. So I tended to sit, and they had a few little events happening at these games. So I just kind of stayed there and thought, I'll just stay around. Anyway, I decided to walk across the street one day on one of the days of the tournament to Walmart, which is like the warehouse. But this was a food Walmart, so it's like the warehouse for food. So it's like Countdown. Imagine Countdown as a warehouse, and then sometimes they had like a food outlet, and then sometimes they had like a clothing Walmart, so it's like that, like the warehouse for different things, but all the departments, especially in the big cities, are split up into lots of different things. So I walked into Walmart, and this was supermarket, so cheap, and I bought these Crayola, probably a lot of these actually, these ones. I bought these Crayola colouring in kits, and there was some kid one. Actually, do I have them here? It would be so funny to show you. I don't know where they are. The box is somewhere. I've seen it a few times, but one of the things was Disney Princess it was a watercolor set. Like, it was a big craft kit that I bought for must have been $5 or $6 US, which is about 8 or 9 New Zealand dollars at the time. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so going to get this. I'm going to get this. And I just bought all of the stationery. And anyone that knows me in stationery knows how much I love it. I obsessively love stationery. So I bought this and I sat there for 2 days doing Disney Princess watercolor. Oh, yeah, good times. At this tournament, and people would walk past going, oh my God. And I'm just like, yeah, no, I love it. Like, whatever. Yeah, the pic under your face is of that art. Yeah, it's a little art stuck together. That is exactly it. It's so sad we can't travel I know we can't travel for a long time. We were going to go on a really big trip this year, earlier this year. We'd actually planned it at the very beginning of last year. We were about to book our flights. I was looking at flights to go and visit friends in America and to go back to the States and take the kids. And remember last year, I don't know if anyone knows my kids, last year they'd never been on an airplane. In fact, this year they'd never been on an airplane. They went on their first airplane ride in the April school holidays because we had to change to a different. So it was going to be the April school holidays. We were going to the States. Going to go and see some friends because I've had a couple of student teachers from the States stay with us, and I'm still very good friends with them. We're going to go see them, stay with them, go to Disneyland, stay with them, just get out and explore and go and see it and stuff. But yeah, it sucks. We can't go for a while, but it's not going to matter. By the time you're 20, you'll be traveling. So when you're a child, for us as adults, it feels, I think, hard because we work, and then when we have leave, we want to go away and do something really special. And it's really hard to do that when you can't. I'm going to use my ruler. Hello, Hannah Rose. I'm going to use my fancy Fiji ruler, just to rule these lines. But yeah, when you're an adult, that's what we do, is we work so hard, and we want to spend our quality, our leave, our time off doing something amazing, like going away. And when you're stuck in New Zealand, New Zealand is beautiful, but it's so's America, so's Australia, so's the islands. Although they did open the islands up, which was quite good. So, I'm going to go in with the black, and I'm going to go shading in with the black, and this is just going to add a little bit more depth. So I'm not doing too much, not actually pushing that hard, but you can see the black's coming in down here and just adding a bit of shading. We're coming to the end of our stream now. I hope you guys have had fun. I bet I've already got emails waiting for me. Let me see. Because I've got some real fast speedies. Ooh. Yes. Love it. Nothing yet. I'm getting a lot of pictures. Oh, yeah. Chat's not working for a few people. I got you, Caleb. Hi. Nice to see you. Got a few emails saying chat's not working. I'm not using... Oh, I might have Google Hangout somewhere. I think it's on my phone. Oh, my phone's here. This is my phone. So I wouldn't be able to reply to you, Charlie. Oh, yeah, there you go. I can't find the YouTube chat. Yeah, I don't know where it's gone. It's here. I mean, there's quite a few people on it. So, yeah, that's a bit frustrating for some people, a lot of us that can't chat. Sorry about that. That's a bit stink. Not too sure why it does that for some of us. Coming in with my black over here. So that was my travel story. I've got so many travel stories that I could share with you over my streams. And I'm sure your mums and dads have a lot of travel stories too. You know, that's what's so important. It's like, ask mum and dad about their lives. I bet they've got some very interesting stories they can tell you. I'm still finding out things about my mum. I'm turning 36 next week. And I still am finding out things about my mum, even now as a grown-up. She's telling me stories reluctantly. Oh, yes, this happened to me. With our hot air balloons, this part here that's white, just leave that white. So don't try and cut that bit out. If you are going to cut it out, just cut around here. Try and keep it really nice for me, guys. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a special drop-off point for any art that you want displayed. I'm going to try and I need to talk to Mr. Stoner. I'm kind of like doing this without talking to him, but I'm sure he'll be fine with it. He'll be fine. Tell him you want it. Just say, we want our lockdown art to be put up in the hall that we've done with Mrs. P. And, yeah, so just tell Mr. Stoner that's what you want, and we'll put it up on the wall. There's a couple of walls there. There's that wall at the back. So as you walk into the hall, and there's all the windows. There's one on the right hand side, the back of the hall on that white wall. It's quite good. So this is how you'll know where it is. It's behind where we sell the glow products at the disco. So where you go and buy the glow lights. Yeah, that wall. I just heard it. I heard that I know that wall. That's where I'll put a whole lot of art, and I'll make like a big sign, and I'll say, lockdown art stream, and then bring your art in. So I'll have a little box. Make sure your name's on it, please. Turn it over. Write your name and your room number. Thank you very much. Yeah, and I'll put them all together because that's a nice thing. Like, this is half a term. Half a term we've been in lockdown. Like, we only get 40 weeks of school to begin with. And as a teacher, like, we've got to try and fit so much in there. Half a term. Gosh, that's so much learning time. But you guys will be fine. You are resilient. We will come back from this. That location in the hall will work well as we've used some glow in the dark paint. Oh, beg your pardon. Taj and Wendy using glow in the dark paint. Very cool. Very nice. Last year we were going to go to Fiji. Nice. You couldn't go to Fiji. Did you go somewhere else, Ruby? Did you end up going somewhere different? We went to Queenstown, but we didn't tell our kids we were taking them. So we told them we're going to go to the airport and drop Nana off at the airport, but then we're going to go in the car afterwards and keep driving, and we're going to like a parenting conference in Matamata, but they're going to have to sit in a room and look after like little babies, look after the other parents' kids for us over 3 days. So we packed our bags for that, and the kids were like, oh, but Abby was like, yeah, I get to look after little kids. She was gutted. Like, she was happy that we went on an airplane. They went on their first airplane ride. She was really gutted she didn't get to look after little kids. She was like, oh, I was looking excited to look after little kids. That's one thing Abby loves, is she loves being a big buddy with her buddy class. It's one thing I miss. Who's here from room 11, my buddy class? Missing my little buddies, my crazy little buddies. A lot of people are done. Yep, I'm the one. I'm chatting because I'm spending so much time talking to you guys. And some of us take quite a while to do it. And I've got this. Let me add this in. I'm going to put this onto my. Oh, that's a bit big. See if I can put this onto the screen. Oh no, not that. This. So you can see it kind of go on the side. So there's some people, like some of these pictures I get straight away on the after the stream. Like in that afternoon, I'll get a picture. Usually Elodie sends me a message like straight away. I'll put that one there, and then this one will come back here. I'll lock that one. Love it. So I'll put that there so you can see that. Okay, there you go. So in the bottom corner where I'm working, you'll see a little slideshow of the art that I had on the startup screen. So if you see your art, you can go, oh, famous. I think that one's Elodie's, that one. But yeah, she sent that to me like almost straight away. I was like, holy moly. You crazy. You did that so fast. I didn't even finish my one that fast. And then we had, I think that one was from Mrs. Wendy. Because I like that we've got some parents joining in. I really like that. Add a bit of dimension to the chat. My mum said that she's going to join in. I said to her on the phone, I was like, Mum, I've been talking about you a lot on my streams. I'm really sorry. And she goes, that's okay, love. She's so used to it. Gosh, her crazy children. Right, do you like my balloon? I think I'm pretty much done now. Doing that shading. The other thing is, honestly, block solid colours. Just one colour going across, guys, was also fine. One colour. Just trying to learn. Every week we're trying to build on our artistic knowledge. Learning about shapes. Move that out of the way so I don't get lines. Just learning about shapes. Learning about, perspective, depth, a field of depth. All of those bits and pieces, yeah? So it doesn't matter if your one looks like this or if it looks like this. It don't matter. It doesn't matter. It's going to look amazing, and all of those balloons together on the wall are going to look awesome. Okay? So let me pull up my chat window so I can say a final ta-da or goodbye. So, yeah. No, they're really cool. I think that one was for Nella's. So, yeah, it's, yeah, it was really, really cool to see you guys. All messages are visible. Very cool. Oh, thank you. For next week, I'll have a birthday party on Monday. That'll be nice. Live chat. I want to see everything. Thank you, Miss Sheena. I'll see you on my birthday, Sheena, because you're in my class. Yeah, so it'll be nice to see people, and we'll have a bit of a party. And yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the balloons. I can't wait to see them. Please, please, please send them through. That'll be awesome to see them, and if you want to send them through. But like I said, I'm going to put a box available in my classroom when we get back to level 2, and you will be able to pop it in there. Make sure if you turn around, what goes on the back? Your name and your room number, please, okay? And yeah, I'm glad you guys have had fun today. It's been such a pleasure to see you and to work with you. I look forward to this every week because it's something so different to what I normally do. Oh, you guys were going to go to Fiji as well. Oh, Fiji's the place to go. I've never been to Fiji. I went to Samoa for my friend's wedding. I was pregnant with my daughter when I went. So I couldn't enjoy as much of the lovely food as I'd love to have enjoyed. But yeah, it has been lovely seeing you all. I hope you have a wonderful week. Enjoy your weekend. And I will see you again for next week. Make sure to hit the bell if you want to join me for a midweek stream, whenever that is. Might even be in the holidays. We might do some streaming. So you'll only be notified if you have the bell. Okay? I'm not going to put it out on an email to mum and dad to say, we got to do that. So just if you want to join in on that, we can do that. And it'll just be some fun streaming. Yeah. Well, I hope you guys have an awesome weekend. Have an awesome Friday tomorrow, Fun Friday. And I will see you next week. Ka kite anō.